Christmas doll. Well, we're getting started here. Welcome back, everybody. This summer the weather is nice, and if you are looking for something to do on a Friday night, you're going to want to hear about this. Kickstand Comedy's in the Park is Portland's outdoor stand-up comedy showcase. The event is free every Friday through September 5th at Laurelhurst Park, and it is a great time, and I cannot wait to introduce our guests tonight, the hosts of Comedy in the Park. Want to get the names right, Rochelle Cochran and Julia Corral. Thank you both so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Happy
to be here.
All right, so this is an exciting event to be able to showcase here. I want to ask, first off, just for folks that may not be familiar, what goes into an average night of Comedy in the Park? It sounds so simple. Is it as simple as it sounds?
Well, it is and it's not. Because it's not your average comedy show, because we're talking anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 Portlanders.
Wow.
Filling up Laurelhurst Park, and that is amazing. So blankets drop at 6. People start getting there as we get there at 6, but they're there at 5.
People get there at 5 sometimes.
Yeah. And then like animals, like the doggies are out, sometimes kitties on leashes, and then like pizza and drinks, and then at 6:30, me and Rochelle start it. We usually have a sketch we do, or we just banter, and then we just go into the comedy show.
Okay, I'm going to circle back to the cats on leashes, but first I want to ask about the comedians that are part of it, because I can imagine that you guys get a lot of, I know comedians and stand-up comedians are moving around a lot, and I'm curious how many folks on any given Comedy in the Park day, how many are kind of Portland natives or traveling through? Kind of how do you find the comedians that can make it up?
That's a great question. Julia meticulously puts together every show, curates it. Like, we make sure we have at least 2 BIPOC, 2 women, and then 2 queer people.
Do you also pick their outfits at any point?
No.
Okay.
So what it is we start as comedians, like we travel a lot as ourselves. So it's getting big enough that like comics from around the country are like starting to hit us up. So what we do is we'll like find the headliners for each of the Fridays of the month, and then we start really like putting there. I try to have at least 4 to 6 local comedians on each show, because we really want to tell like highlight the talent of our city, but also we have some amazing comics too from like other parts. So it is a fine balance of getting a diversity of the city, and what I really look for is somebody who's strong, somebody who's funny, but I want everyone to see a piece of themselves.
Yeah. Of course, and that's amazing. And I know showcasing Portland talent is an amazing part of that, and I absolutely love that. And so I want to ask, why do you think this event, like Comedy in the Park, why do you think it's successful in Portland specifically? Thousands of people showing up every week.
I always say this about Portland.
Yeah, please.
Portland loves lines.
Lines.
They're a line culture. Like
a
standing
queue?
in line.
Getting
queue? They love, like, have you ever been to a restaurant that's hot? They'll all stand in line for it, and it's like...
I saw a matcha place open, and the line was around the block.
The Matcha Project. What is up with that?
I don't know. I don't understand it.
What's going on?
I saw it. I couldn't understand. I was like, this is just
I told you, there's just something about Portland that I think it's a very community-based city, and so you want to be a part of what is happening, and I think that's what Comedy in the Park has become. It has become a staple now since the pandemic of like, I know this is where to be and what to do on a Friday night. It starts early, it ends early, it's free, it's going to be a great time, you never know who's going to show up, and I think that's what really draws people.
And it's outside. We love to be outside in the summer because we never see the sun, you know? And like, what better way to enjoy the sun with some laughter?
Yeah, honestly. And what time does it get started every on show days? It's Fridays?
It starts at 6:30.
6. Blankets down at 6.
But blankets at 6. Get there early. If you can, take public transportation, because it is very hard to find parking.
I do want to ask about Kickstand Comedy, because I know that's the nonprofit that puts on this event.
Yes.
And you guys, and Kickstand does a whole lot more other than Comedy in the Park. So tell us more about that organization.
So it's an improv school. Me and Rochelle are actually teachers there. I teach the stand-up, the intro to stand-up class. Rochelle teaches advanced stand-up there.
Yeah.
There's still sign-ups available for our next session.
I still have spots in my class.
Yeah, me too. I got one on a Sunday.
I like the plug.
And then they just have comedy shows. They just have different, all things improv and stand-up.
Comedy,
really.
sketch, improv, weird, clown, all the above.
I made it to an improv show during the winter just a couple months back, and it was a great time.
Nice.
Loved it. Yeah, and I love the building that you guys are in Southeast, right?
Yes,
yeah, right by Helium Comedy Club.
Exactly. There you go. Well, hey, Rochelle, Julia, thank you guys so much for coming and telling us about Comedy in the Park. Can't wait to see you guys out there, and I know that a couple thousand others are probably going to be excited to see you too.
Heck
Great.
yeah.
Thanks so much.